everyone. In today's video, we're going to be drawing one of the endings from the game Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, I personally have never played the game because I was too young when it first came out and I didn't know it existed until years later. But I do know a lot about it now since I'm such a huge fan of the Sonic franchise. For those of you who don't know, it follows the adventures of Shadow the Hedgehog as he goes on a journey to obtain his lost memories. Throughout the game, you're allowed to make different choices and do different missions that affect the game's ending. There are a total of 10 different endings you can get, and one final ending if you manage to get the rest. Today we're going to be drawing the results of the pure dark ending for the game, where Shadow decides to destroy the planet. Starting this drawing, I immediately knew what I wanted to do, in that I wanted to have Super Shadow flying away from the Earth as it was erupting and, basically just blowing up in the background. Prior to this drawing, I looked up a lot of different references, with Shadow, planets. I looked up the Chaos Emeralds and how exactly they look, because later on in the video you'll see me pause the drawing and just seemingly stop, and that's because I'm looking up what the Chaos Emeralds colors were, because I had completely forgot at this point. Growing up, I always used to really like Sonic and the franchise in a whole. However, growing up, we didn't really have a lot of money, so I didn't really play a lot of games. I think I only played less than a handful of them, and I don't even think I managed to beat any of them. I think the only Sonic game that I managed to beat on my own, 100%, is the DS version of Sonic Colors. I had Unleashed on my PlayStation 2, I had Sonic Heroes, I even had Sonic Rush for the DS, but I never beat any of them. I would always get so close to beating them, and then at the last second I could just never collect the Chaos Emeralds because I suck at playing video games. So I never really managed to beat any of the games, which is kind of sad now that I think about it. I might replay those games and try my best to get those Chaos Emeralds. Now, in this stage of the drawing right now, I'm just doing the line art and everything. I think the hardest part about this whole drawing was his eyes, because I originally was just going to give them classic Sonic eyes and just have them be these, black ovals, like Mickey Mouse eyes. But I decided against that, and I went to add some color to it. And I think the second hardest thing about this was probably doing Shadow's shoes, because for those of you who don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog wears hover skates, and that's how he's able to run or, skate as fast as Sonic can. And I was originally going to do a pose where you would, it was going to be a worm's eye view, to where you would be at the bottom of his feet and you would be looking up at him. You're on the surface of the planet as it blows up and you're looking up to see, Shadow flying away or just, watching everyone die. But I decided to, to go against that for mainly two reasons. One, I didn't have the time to, and second is that this is my first Sonic drawing that I'm, fully completing in the last 10 years. So I wanted to start off with something simple on my first day back, so I just decided to go with this. And as you can see, with the initial sketch, I was going to have the Chaos Emeralds more in the background, but I decided to bring them in the foreground a bit so they wouldn't be so parallel with Shadow's body. Another thing to note is that Shadow's color in his super form is way lighter than Sonic's. Sonic's super form is more of a golden color, where Shadow is an off-white yellowish color. And I didn't want to have the inhibitor rings on his wrist to be the exact same color, so I decided to opt more of a golden orange sort of color. what referenced me to draw the planet in the background like the way I did was mainly Dragon Ball Z. If you look up just, planet blowing up Dragon Ball Z, you'll see that they have like a certain pattern with drawing planets exploding. So I decided to go that route and do it that way. For Shadow's gloves and shoes, I didn't want it to be completely black because it would blend too well with the line art. So I decided to just make it like a really dark gray. The reason why I'm making the planet gray is because once a planet reaches a certain temperature, all the water, is obviously evaporating. And right now, you can't really see it, but right now what I'm doing is I'm merging the yellow and the orange of the magma erupting so it could look more seamless. This purple blob in the center of the planet that I'm currently drawing is a reference to Dark Gaia from the game Sonic Unleashed. In that game, it is revealed that a giant purple tentacle monster lives in the center of the planet and is awakened when the planet starts to crack and break apart. So I decided that would be a fun little Easter egg to do. And, since the planet is breaking apart and exploding, obviously Dark Gaia would come out and, reveal itself as the planet is, blowing up and dying. As I was drawing this, I was thinking I could probably do something more to add to this drawing, because right now it looks kind of bland and boring, especially on the side of Shadow. So what you're going to see me do in a second is I'm going to actually start drawing white outlines around the Chaos Emeralds to really make them pop and stand out against this really colorful space background. I'm also darkening the lines inside the Chaos Emeralds, so so you can see where the emerald actually, fragments. And I am also doing a golden outline around Shadow himself to also make him stand out against the purple background. I also decided to do kind of like this checkerboard shading with the Chaos Emeralds, as you're going to see later. And with these green lines, that was supposed to be the Master Emerald shattering and, dispersing through the planet as it blew up. But I decided it looked too busy, so I just decided to cut it and probably save it for like a different drawing. And thank you all for watching my video, and tune in next time where we draw the pure Dark Hero ending with Shadow leads the Black Doom army. I'm Cosmic Beast, and I hope you all have a blessed day today.